trade and foreign currency transaction for Niara Energy due to potential US sanction following the recent tariff increase. First, let's talk about the tariff. Actually, US has imposed 25% tariff on India, but after this announcement, Donald Trump has imposed another 25% tariff on India because India is buying Russian oil. So that is the thing. Now they have put sanctioned on Niara Energy especially, not each and every refinery in India, but Niara Energy, there is a sanctions. Now, why Niara Energy got the sanctions, particularly from the US? The reason is that, understand this, Russian oil is Ural oil. Okay, Ural oil is not a very good category of oil. So in India, there are very few refineries who can refine this oil efficiently. The first example is Jamnagar refinery, which belongs to Reliance Industry. Second example is Niara Energy. And Niara Energy, the 49% stake is held by Rosneft. Now this Rosneft company, it is an oil major of Russia. So Russian oil major is one of the largest shareholder in Niara Energy. That's why US has sanctioned it. So in US has sanctioned it. So now understand this. SBI has lot of business in USA also. So if SBI will continue to process trade and foreign currency transaction with Niara Energy, they could face potential sanctions. That's why they have stopped the processing trade and foreign currency transaction for Niara Energy. So correct answer is Niara Energy, State Bank of India. And if any other bank who is doing the transaction with Niara Energy, they will also get banned. But understand this, their business should be in US to have some impact. If see, understand this, bank like UCO Bank, they have no business in United States of America. If they are processing the transaction, nothing will happen to him. Why? Because they have no business in USA and related parties. So that is the reason. So now Niara Energy has to find some bank who is doing only domestic operations. Okay. 50. Which institution oblique body has inked an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with Gujarat Technological and University GTU to strengthen collaboration in IFSC education, fintech, innovation and research? So the correct answer is Gift City. That is the correct answer. It is a one-liner. You must remember this. As a Gift City is like a Singapore, is like a international place in India. Why I am saying international place? It is particularly situated in Gujarat only. But understand this: in Gift City, if any foreign company open its branch, then they will get the treatment like they are in Singapore, like they are in Mauritius. Why? The reason is that because they have very low taxes, so they are establishing and developing the Gift City on the basis of the big cities like Singapore, like Mauritius, so that more and more business should come there, like Hong Kong, so that more and more foreign business come to India. And in this way, we will get FDI in various sectors. So Gift City will remain in news. So this is important question. Now, 51. Which PSU bank began imposing nominal charges on immediate payment service (IMPS) transfer beyond 25,000 from August 15, 2025? Now understand this. See, NEFT and RTGS, both these both the payments system is managed by RBI. Okay, but IMPS and UPI, it is managed by NPCI. So that is the first difference. Another one is that RTGS and NEFT is free because RBI is managing the NEFT and RTGS, and they have just waived off the charges. So bank has also did that. But IMPS, NPCI is taking the charges because UPI is already free. Now understand this. So now bank are giving the charges to NPCI. So now is a big bank like State Bank, they have began imposing charges on customers. So it is very nominal charges, and it is only beyond the transaction of 25,000. So more than 25,000, what is the maximum limit of IMPS? That is 5 lakhs. So from 25,000 to 5 lakhs, there are charges. Okay, that is the thing. So the correct answer of this question is State Bank of India. Now let's move forward. Which private bank has announced a partnership with CAMSPay, the payment unit of CAMS, to launch a new digital payment gateway platform targeting Indian enterprises? First thing here is to understand that many of you do not know about CAMS. See, CAMS is a company who are managing the back office of mutual funds. So all your units, all your mutual fund back office data, they are managed by CAMS. Now CAMS is diversifying their business, so they came to CAMS Pay. Okay, now understand this. If there is a third party applicant, so he will be requiring a partnership with or a MOU with a particular bank. Why? Because to get the access of UPI technology, either you should be directly the partner in UPI, or you can take the help of a particular partner. So that's why CAMSPay is announcing a partnership with a particular private bank. And who is that particular private bank? That is RBI. The perfect example of this is PhonePe. PhonePe has the partnership with Yes Bank. Okay, that is also an example. 53. Who emerged as the highest paid top executive of non-banking finance company in fiscal 2025 with a total package of exceeding 65 crore? See, the correct answer of this is Rajiv Jain, and he belongs to Bajaj Finance. So question like this will not be appearing in the examination. There are very less chance because they rarely ask the question on the packages. So that is the thing. You can skip this question also. 54. As per RBI data, unclaimed deposit with bank, including private lender, stood dash at the end of the June 2025. So the exact answer of this is 67,000 crore. It is a number, you must remember this. That is as simple as that. Okay, so 67,003. That is the unclaimed deposit with a bank. And I have told you what is unclaimed deposit. Okay, how RBI has the unclaimed deposit. So that is the thing. 55. In collaboration with institutions like Security Exchange Board of India (SEBI), launched a nationwide investor awareness campaign titled "SEBI versus Scam" to protect the investor from rising financial fraud. Understand this. As digital transaction in India is increasing as the financial fraud. So every year the number of financial frauds are increasing exponentially. So that's why there are several programs which are conducted either by RBI or by Government of India, particularly Ministry of Finance and NPCI. In this, to follow the same lead, Securities Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI, they have also come up with an investor awareness program, that is SEBI versus Scam. So they are doing this program in collaboration with National Stock Exchange. So the correct answer is National Stock Exchange. Okay. Now 56 question. The Reserve Bank of India Digital Payment Index RBI DPI has surged to dash in March 2025 from 465. See, understand this. There are two questions. First, they can directly ask you the question. India's digital payment index is given by none other than RBI. Plus, what is a number? The number is 493.22. That is the thing. So now understand this. For next year, this number will be changing. Why? Because now the paper will be in after September 2025. Okay. So in September 2025, you will be having a new data. So please refer to that data. That is my call. Okay. So we are eliminating this. But this question is important. Key, who is announcing the digital payment index? The correct answer is Reserve Bank of India. The Reserve Bank of India has capped investment by banks and non-bank financiers in alternative investment funds AIF at dash of the fund corpus. See, understand this. In India, everyone is a depositor. See, The number of depositor is very, very high, while the number of prime borrowers are very, very less, because the per capita income of India is very, very less, and most of the people are employed in unorganized sector. So that's why the number of prime borrowers is very, very less. That is the first thing. Now, when the deposit is high or and borrowers are less, now bank is left over with lot of money, and bank can't keep them in the form of cash because they have to pay the interest to depositor. So they invest the money in lot of sectors. So one of the example is they invest in mutual fund, they invest in debt, particularly government security. In this way, there is one important area where they invest, that is alternate investment fund. Now alternate investment fund, they are particularly of several types, but generally they are more risk friendly as compared to debt. So that is the thing. So bank want to invest there to enhance their return. Now RBI seeing this as a dangerous thing, so they want bank to limit that risk. So that's why they have come up with 10% upper cap. So for alternate investment fund, the upper cap is 10%. Okay. Now 58 question. Let me check is everything is fine.
This conference will now be recorded.
Now moving to 58th question. Identify the correct statement regarding the Padma Shri awardee T.N. Manoharan, who passed away recently. So first question is that Padma Shri awardee T.N. Manoharan. So remember the relation of Padma Shri and T.N. Manoharan. Second, he is a current chairman of IDBI, that is correct one. He is the former president of Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, that is also correct one. Third, he previously served as chairman of Canara Bank. All three are correct, and the correct answer is 1, 2, 3. I don't think that these type of question can come in the examination, but the question can come, who is T.N. Manohar? So the correct answer of that question is, he's a banker and he is a current chairman of IDBI. That is sufficient here. Okay, so let's move forward. Under the Banking Laws Amendment Act 2025, which among the following acts have been amended? So we have discussed this question previously also, and I have clearly told you that there are 5 acts. So first is Reserve Bank of India Act 1934, second is 49 BR Act, third is State Bank of India Act 1955, and fourth is Banking Companies Act Acquisition and Transfer of Undertaking 1970 and 80. That all are correct, and one more left, that is Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. So all 5 are there, and the correct answer is all of the above. 60th, which payment bank has launched a nationwide Aadhaar based face authentication for digital transaction, especially for elderly and differently able individuals? A very welcome step. Why? Because Aadhaar based authentication is very, very good thing, because see, elderly and differently able individuals, they are facing lot of troubles. So now you know that the financial scams are increasing in the country, and they are increasing exponentially. So this will create another layer of security. Okay, so the correct answer of this is Indian Post Payment Bank, IPPB. That is the thing. And one more important thing here you must remember, key payments bank can do all things. Means they can have the deposits, they can have any type of deposits also, they can open their offline as well as online branches. But the thing which they can't do is they can't do credit, they can't give you loans, they can't give you credit card, anything which is related to credit, they can't do that. So remember this, and these 5 are the examples of payment bank. So Paytm Payment Bank is there. Initially their license has been taken back by RBI. Now they got their license back again, and so that is also included in the payment bank list. Another one is NSDL Payment Bank, fourth one is Fino Payment Bank, and fifth one is Airtel Payment Bank. Okay, now let's move forward. Which among the following institutions has published a report titled Growing Retail Digital Payment, the Value of Interoperability? Now, what do you understand by interoperability? See, interoperability, I will give you an example and you will came to know what is interoperability. See, initial days, what was happening, there was a QR code which is by Paytm company. I am talking about the initial days of UPI, that is 2016 and 2017. So if the QR belong to Paytm company, then you can't scan that QR from PhonePe. So there is no interoperability. Okay, now what has been done, Bheem, there is a company Bheem, so they have created the Bharat QR code, and Bheem is nothing but a subsidiary of NPCI. So now I can say NPCI has created the Bharat QR. Now, what is a good thing about Bharat QR? Bharat QR is a single QR which can be used by any app. So now if there is a Paytm QR, you can scan that QR from any app, either from Google Pay or from PhonePe. Why? Because that is the Bharat QR. So Bharat QR has been able to create interoperability from one app to another app. That is the thing. Okay, so now I think you got the gist of what is interoperability. Growing retail digital payment, the value of interoperability. First question is that, okay, which institution has published this report? This is very, very important. The correct answer is IMF. IMF has published this report, and the condition of India in retail digital payments is quite awesome. Actually, we are in the tops among the world. So we are dealing with lot of digital payment, particularly in the UPI one. And if we will talk about the number of transactions, they have already surpassed billions. And if we will talk about the value, that is also quite substantial. Okay, let's move to the next question. 62. The RBI has given its approval to Current C Investment BV, a unit of Warburg Pincus, very, very large FII it is. So now they want to acquire the stake in a particular bank. So if a certain foreign institution, they want to acquire a bank, a stake in a particular bank that is quite substantial, they have to take the approval of RBI. So the correct answer is IDFC First Bank. The Indian banks are very, very different from the banks which are in USA, because in India there is a high scrutiny by the regulator. So the banks are running quite smoothly. That is the first thing. There are a few years back, due to sudden rise of interest rate in United States of America, several bank collapsed there. But in India, you rarely find any case in which any big bank, I am not talking about the cooperative banks, any big bank which is particularly a scheduled commercial bank, they fall. Just few years back, there was a debacle in Yes Bank, but RBI and other banks have beautifully managed that. And you have heard about the news that in Yes Bank, SMBC, a company, a very big financial mammoth from Japan, they have also acquired a substantial 24.99% stake. Okay, that is the thing. So there are, if in exam they will be asking that what in which bank Warburg Pincus unit has taken the 9.9% stake, that is IDFC Bank. And in Yes Bank, SMBC, Suimoto Mitsubishi Bank of Japan, they have taken the stake of 24.99%. Okay, I think there will be a question in further slides. 63. Which payment bank was officially added to by the RBI to second schedule of Reserve Bank of India 1934 and granted it schedule bank status? Now understand this. So RBI Act is there 1934, and we have discussed that if anything, any name of bank which is written in schedule 2, if there is a name, means there is a list of banks, and if any bank name is found there, then automatically this bank is known as scheduled commercial bank. Now scheduled commercial bank has to maintain the CRR with RBI, so they have to maintain CRR with RBI. That is the thing which scheduled commercial bank have to do. Okay, that is the thing. Now there is a payment bank which was officially added with RBI. So what is the name of that payment bank? That is NSDL Payment Bank. Now understand this. NSDL is a depository. Okay, and that NSDL payment bank is a subsidiary of that NSDL company. So NSDL, there are two depository. What is depository? See, people are buying stocks, so they have to keep the stocks. So the purse in which the stocks are kept is known as depository. And in India, there are duopoly in the depository. One is belong to NSDL, and NSDL is a depository of NSE. Another very popular one, CDSL. It is a depository of BSE. So remember this. That is a very basic things which I am telling you here. 64. Name the former ICICI Bank CEO who was found guilty by an appellate tribunal of accepting 64 crore bribe in connection with ICICI Videocon loan case. So the correct answer of this is Chanda Kochar, a very famous one. But this type of question will not be asked in examination. They generally do not ask negative question. But this question can be asked in interview. Okay, so remember this. 65. The Reserve Bank of India's Financial Inclusion Index, FI index, saw 4.3% increase, reaching dash in March 2025 from 64.2 in March 2024. Okay, that is the thing. So now there is first question is that financial inclusion index. Okay, financial inclusion index is created by or every year launched by. So the correct answer is RBI. Okay, so that is one question. Now there is a substantial increase in the financial inclusion. The reason is GEM Trinity, Jandan Aadhaar Mobile. So that is the reason. Second, every year it is increasing. So previously it was 64.2, now it is at 67. Okay, so that is the thing. But I understand this, only account opening is not a part of financial inclusion. It is an umbrella term in which we will cover a lot of other things like insurance, like investment, like life insurance and other things. And plus we will be also covering the pension plans, social security. So that is the financial inclusion, a big umbrella term. 66. As per the Minister of State of Finance, Pankaj Chaudhary statement. So first question is important. Who is the Minister of State for Finance? That is Pankaj Chaudhary. Public sector bank PSB have written over dash worth of loans since 2015 to 2016. So what is written actually? Written is there. Suppose there is a NPA. Okay, that NPA remain in the balance sheet for a long time. So when it becomes substandard asset, okay, or a loss asset, so what bank do? Bank write off this asset from their balance sheet, but they will be put it in OCA. Now they will be sent to either a specialized department or they will be sold to some ARC. So that is the thing. Okay, writing off means removing NPA from the balance sheet of the bank. That is the NP. So what is the number? That is 12 lakh crore. Is it important? Yes, that is important. Now the number of NPA is decreasing as the year are passing and the condition of public sector bank is improving. But during the time of 15 and 16 or until 18, there are a lot of NPAs. So what government did? Government put in a lot of liquidity infusion in the public sector bank, and they also tweaked lot of inefficiency in the public sector bank, which help the public sector bank to reduce their NPA. So remember the 12 lakh crore number. 67. Senior bureaucrat Anuradha Thakur was appointed as a director on Central Board of Reserve Bank of India recently. Which of the following statement is true of Central Board of Reserve Bank of India? The board is appointed by Government of India in keeping with Reserve Bank of India Act. Yes, that is correct. It consists of governor and not more than 4 deputy governor as an official director. Yes, see, official director are 4 plus 1. It consists of 10 non-official director nominated by the Government of India and 2 government official. Okay, so there are 12. 10 is nominated by Government of India and 2 government officials. It also contains 4 directors also, each from 4 local boards. So there are 4 metro cities and each metro city will be sending a 1 director. So the total number is like 21. So that is the thing. See, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 11 plus 10 is 20. So that is the correct one. Okay, 67. 68. Which bank has named Raghavendra Srinivas Bhatt as the interim managing director and CEO for a period of 3 months in July 2025? The correct answer is Karnataka Bank. Okay, so that is the thing. One liner, you must remember this. Either you know this or you do not know. So remember this. According to latest fintech note released by IMF, which country tops the global fast payment race with more than 18 billion monthly transaction? If you are reading just basic news daily, you know the correct answer. Okay, the correct answer is India. We are among the tops while as far as digital payment are concerned. So that is the thing. And 18 billion monthly transaction is a game which is happening in India. So that is the thing. 70. NPCI International Payment Limited has expanded the UPI Pay Now real-time payment corridor between India and Dash, adding 13 Indian banks to the platform. So NPCI is the NPCI International Payment Limited is the subsidiary of NPCI only. The job of this is to expand the UPI in the international arena. So that is the thing. And Pay Now is the company is like a UPI. So Pay Now is of Singapore. So once you know that, you clearly know the correct answer is Singapore. So in Singapore, lot of Indian companies are there. Means India is getting its FDI either highest either from Singapore or from Mauritius. So these two compete. Generally, there are a lot of business which are situated in Singapore. There is a perfect example of that. You have done the shopping from Flipkart. You know that Flipkart is the company whose headquarter belong to Singapore. So that's why we are dealing with this, and a lot of Indians are living there. So that is the thing. Okay, the correct answer is Singapore. 71. Which PSU lender has announced to raise up to 20,000 crore via issue of Basel III compliant additional Tier 1 and Tier 2 bonds to the domestic investor in FY 26? Sorry. So the correct answer is State Bank of India. Either you know it or you do not know it. So this is the recent development. Please put it into your notes. Okay. And Basel 3, what is Basel 3? What is additional Tier 1? We will be discussing it in our uh, banking awareness classes, so which is scheduled for you if you have taken the our course for this general awareness. That is the thing. Now 72. Who among the following is India's highest paid banker of FY25? So highest paid banker example is Shashidhar Jagdishan, and he is the highest paid banker. Okay, this type of question will not be asked in the exam, so you can skip this question. Name the former chairman of CBDT, Central Board of Direct Tax. That is the full form. So direct tax I will write. Who was appointed as the chairperson of National Financial Reporting Authority, NAFRA. Now understand this. NAFRA is the organization which is created by the government of India, so that each and every bank and each and every company in India, they follow a certain accounting standard, basically Indian INDRA. That is the Indian standard. So that is the thing. Okay, so NAFRA particularly focus on accounts part. So who is the former chairman of CBDT, which now was appointed as chairperson of NAFRA? The correct answer is Nitin Gupta. Okay, Nitin Gupta is a IRS officer, and he has a lot of experience in the area of taxation. So that is the thing. 74. Which company has launched India's first AI powered fintech platform, Next Banking? So the correct answer is Laravel. One liner. Either you must put it into your notes and read it multiple times, then you can easily able to tick this question. AI powered fintech platform means everything will be done by AI. AI will analyze whether to give you a loan or not. That is the thing. Okay, so Laravel is the company. What is the overall priority sector lending target fixed by RBI for small finance bank? Here it is written incorrectly. The correct answer is 75%. So that is the limit. Okay, if you are our banking awareness student, then you clearly know I have told you this in the current week classes. So 75 is the answer. For scheduled commercial bank and for foreign bank whose branch are more than 20, the correct answer is 40%. For a small finance bank, the number is 75%. For RRB, the number is also 75%. 76. According to recent RBI data, India is the top recipient of remittance. In this connection, which of the following statements are correct? Okay, during FY 24-25, India registered a record of US 135.46 billion in remittance. Yes, and remember this figure also because every year it is increasing. Okay, that is the thing. See, in 2024, the number is at 129.4 billion. The US, UK, and Singapore are the top source of remittance. Yes, that is also correct. So the correct answer of this question is fourth. See, remittance are very, very important for a country like India. Why? Because we are in the trade deficit. We import more and we export less. So the deficit of the trade data is managed by actually the remittance. So more the remittance for India, more its situation in managing the trade deficit is will remain quite floatable. So that is the thing. 77. Dash is the president of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, AIIB. Okay, we clearly know that we have discussed this question about AIIB this week, and we clearly know that China is the largest shareholder in AIIB. So he has the largest voting right. So generally, the president of AIIB and NDB, there is one more bank, New Development Bank of India, also known as BRICS Bank. So China has the majority stake in both of these banks. So generally the director means generally the president will be from China. So the correct answer is Zhu Jiajai. Previously the president was Jin Linquin, very famous personality. Okay, so remember the name. Okay, and the headquarter of AIAB is in Beijing. Remember this also. Now, moving forward, which of the following countries have recently officially joined the new development bank? I have told you. Now, see, there is expansion of BRICS. So, due to the expansion of BRICS and due to the increase in the BRICS popularity, lot of countries are becoming the member of BRICS and the AIIB and NDB. So, in this series, the Uzbekistan means except Uzbekistan, both except France, both country, Colombia and Uzbekistan, they became the member of NDB. So the correct answer is 1 and 2. France, you know, is a developed country, so they do not need the membership of NDB because they have the sources with themselves. They can get easily loan from European Central Bank as well as from World Bank. So they are the rich country. So both the example Colombia and Uzbekistan is the correct answer. 79. Which public sector bank has celebrated its 70th anniversary on 1st July 2025? Very, very popular State Bank of India. So remember this. This can be asked in interview question of State Bank of India. Any other place, it is very, very tough that they will ask this question. 80th. Which of the following are the key features of white label ATM? See, there are three types of ATM. One is brown label, another is bank label, and third one is white label. See, bank label ATM are those ATM which is operated by bank as well as it is managed by bank. Brown label ATM are the ATM which is owned by bank. Okay, it is owned, managed, and operated by bank. That is bank label. Brown label only owned by bank, managed and operated by some other company. White label is owned by another company, that is not a bank. It is managed by another company and it is operated by another company. So that is the white label. ATM setup owned and operated by non-banks are called white label ATM. Yes. WLA allows customer to avail some loan products. That is wrong. Why? Because that they are not banks. So that is the reason. Credit card can be used at WLA, yes. Credit card also, debit card also, anything can be used in ATMs. Okay, so the correct answer is 1 and 3. Let me check, is everything working fine?
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, let's move forward. Identify the incorrect statement with regard to NEFT. Okay, now NEFT is managed by RBI, that is the thing. 10 lakhs is the maximum limit imposed by no. There is no maximum limit and there is no minimum limit for NEFT. Okay, maximum limit and minimum limit is managed by bank themselves and they decide their own maximum limit. Okay, and there is RTGS also. If there the RTGS, for RTGS the minimum limit is 2 lakh and the maximum limit is decided by bank themselves. So that is the thing, and bank will decide the limit on the basis of account you hold. Suppose you have a personal account, then there is a certain limit. Suppose you have a corporate account, that is there is a limit like that. Okay, second, so incorrect is first one. The A person who do not have bank account can remit fund through NEFT. Yes, he can remit through. He has to go to the bank and he can remit that. Okay. Depositing cash for NEFT transaction is restricted to maximum rupees 50,000 per transaction. Okay. Depositing cash for NEFT transaction is restricted to maximum 50,000 per transaction. Yes, if you do not have the account. So that is the thing. For if you have account in a particular bank, you can do the NEFT of uh, any limit as prescribed by the bank. But if you are depositing the cash, then there is a limit of 50,000. Okay. NEFT requires the IFSC code. Yes, IFSC code of 11 digit. IFSC code is very much required in NEFT also, in RTGS also. The NEFT system is owned and operated by Reserve Bank of India. Yes, that is also true. So first one is wrong. Every option after that is correct. So you must remember this and this. This is important and a new information. 82. Identify the incorrect statement with regard to IFSC. IFSC stand for Indian Financial System Code. Yes. IFSC was introduced by RBI in year 2008. That is also correct. IFSC system became an integral part of NEFT and RTGS mechanism. That is also correct. 11 digit character. Yes, that is also correct. Remittance through IMPS does not require IFSC. Yes. Yeah, this is wrong. IFSC is required in IMPS also, in NEFT also, and IMPS is managed by NPC. Okay, immediate payment services there. Okay, let's move forward. 83. The Reserve Bank of India Innovation Hub, RBIH, a wholly owned subsidiary of Reserve Bank of India, facilitates end-to-end digitization of KCC lending. Okay, video know your customer process. Nowadays video KYC is there, so you can either open up your account through video KYC and or you can do the KYC through video KYC. So that is very good thing. So it is very good for elderly people or those people who are of who do not have the time to go to the bank. So that is a very good thing. Third, introduction of an interoperable distributed ledger technology platform, DLT platform. So that is also correct. So one is correct, second is correct, third is correct. Correct answer is 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now let's move forward. 84. The following are some of the abbreviations, acronyms of popular tech firm. Identify the incorrect match. Incorrect. So IaaS, infrastructure as a service, that is correct. Second, AES, advanced encryption system, that is also, that is wrong. BNPL, buy now pay later. BIN, bank identification number, that is correct. AISP, account information service provider, that is also correct. Now understand this, except the first one you must focus on each and every one. Why? No, except the wrong one you must focus on each and every one. Why? The reason is very simple, because these questions can be asked in examination. So that is the thing. And plus remember one thing also, see, these type of acronyms, they nowadays they do not ask that directly, but they can ask this acronym in the assertion based question. What is BNPL? They can ask this question in examination, means in interview also. So remember this. And okay, now let's move forward. Oh, what is the correct one? That is not system, that is standard, advanced encryption standard. So that is the correct one. Okay, let's move forward. 85. Which of the following is not a product of NPCI? Not rupee is the, this question we have covered in this week class, no? So the product of NPCI is rupee card. IMPS is a product of NPCI. UPI is the product of NPCI. BHIM is the product of NPCI. I have told you recently. NFS is also the product of UPI, NPCI, National Financial Switch. So the product which do not belong to NPCI is RTGS as well as NEFT. They belong to RB. As simple as that. 86. Identify the Indian bank that received an award in the category of Best Banking Groups India at the World Finance Banking Award. So this is a one-liner. This is a update. Okay, you must remember this. So correct answer is Bank of Baroda. Okay, nothing to explain here. You can either you know it or you do not know it. 87. Which is the best mobile app in India in the fintech category at the 2025 Global Brand Award presented by Global Brand Magazine? So the correct answer is best mobile payment app went to Paytm. So that is the thing. Paytm is very well known payment aggregator, and lot of facilities they are providing, either in the area of payment or in the area of uh, bill aggregators in various sector, whether of a mobile or electricity or gas. And they are also providing, they are also acting as a mediator between the customer and the uh, NBFC to provide them loans also. So Paytm is doing a lot of things. 88. Identify the bank that secured the first position at the Digital Payment Award 24-25 under the PSB character category. PSB means public sector bank. So these all are public sector bank. First position in Digital Payment Award. Correct answer is Punjab National Bank. Also one liner, you must know it. Okay. Deutsche Bank of Dash is exploring the sale of its Indian retail banking assets and has invited bid from domestic as and foreign lenders in the country. So Deutsche Bank particularly they are of from Germany. So that is the correct one, Germany. Plus, see, after Standard Chartered and City, Deutsche Bank also want to sell its Indian arm and they are moving outside the country. Okay, so that is not a very good news as far as India is concerned. But they are moving. Okay, several reasons for that. So remember that Deutsche Bank belong to Germany, means that is the country where the parent company belongs. 19th. With which bank did the Indian Railway sign an MOU? MOU means Memorandum of Understanding for enhanced insurance benefit to railway employees. So now the railway employees will be getting the benefit of insurance due to this bank. So the correct answer is State Bank of India. And understand one thing. State Bank of India is not insuring the railway employee. There is a company which is a subsidiary of State Bank of India, that is SBI Life, and another company is SBI General. Depending upon the need of the railway employee and depending upon the terms and condition of MOU, life insurance will be given by SBI Life, and all the other information will all the other insurance will be covered by SBI General at very nominal rate. Okay, so that is the thing. So remember the name of State Bank of India. 91. As per 56th meeting of GST Council, which among the following GST slab has been abolished? PM Modi has already announced that. So previously there were five slabs, 5%, 18%, 12%, 18%, 28%, and one is 0%. Okay, nil and zero is a different thing. Okay, but I do not have the time here to explain. So okay, I I will be leaving this for our banking awareness class. So 12 and 28 went, all the items which belong to 28 category has reduced to 18 category percent category, and all the items of 12% category went to 5%. Okay, that is the thing. So 12 or 28 is the correct answer. Yeah. Give me a second. Yes.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, let's move forward. There was some bit of noise. Now, former Deputy Governor of RBI Rama Subramaniam Gandhi, R.S. Gandhi, very famous Deputy Governor of RBI. Okay, he has been reappointed as non-executive chairman of Dash. So he has been appointed to the reappointed as a non-executive chairman of Yes Bank. There was a debacle in Yes Bank, so due to after that debacle, the one member from RBI, but not particularly he must be the member of RBI. Actually, he is the person who is nominated from the side of RBI in Yes Bank board. So R.S. Gandhi was previously appointed there, and now his tenure has been increased till 2027. So the correct answer is R.S. Gandhi, and the correct answer is Yes Bank. Okay. So that is the thing. 93. Which bank has announced the launch of Sparsh Week 2025, a landmark initiative that will bring together over 1 lakh employees across the network of 5,868 branch? So the correct answer of this is Axis Bank. One liner, either you know it or you do not know it. But understand this, bank like SBI, they have like more than 25,000 branches. So that cannot be the answer. Okay, so HDFC Bank has humongous number of branches as well as ICICI Bank. So the correct answer should be either Axis or Yes Bank. The correct answer is Axis Bank. So that is the thing. Okay, to strengthen green financing in India, green finance is related to climate. Okay, climate beneficiary sectors or climate carbon neutral sectors. That is the thing. So to strengthen the green financing in India, which bank has signed Euro 100 million line of credit (LC) agreement with the Aegis Francis the Development (AFD) at its Gift City branch? Understand this. So the bank will be getting the money, means the line of credit, from AFD, and AFD is a very big financial institution. So the correct answer is SBI. See, I have told you. So Gift City will become the place from where lot of FDI will come to India. So that is the thing. So this is just one of the example of that which I was talking about. So State Bank of India is the correct answer. Remember this. This is important. 95. For which of the following category did UPI transaction limit raised starting from September 15, 2025? Now there is a substantial increase in the transaction limit. So the transaction limit for capital market investment has been increased, insurance payment has been increased, credit card bill payment has been increased, loan and EMI collection has been increased. It is increased from 1 lakh. That is the thing. So for each and every point, it is different. So please have a look there. So the correct answer is all of the above. Communication Minister Jyoti Aditya Raj Scindia has proposed UPI integration with Universal Postal Union (UPU) during 20th Postal Congress. The initiative is developed by. Now, first important question is Communication Minister Jyoti Aditya Raj Scindia. So now Universal Postal Union, they will be using the UPI. Just now PayPal has also integrated UPI in their app for India. This initiative is developed by NPCI, because UPI belongs to NPCI International Payment, Department of Post, and Universal Postal Union. All three are correct. So the correct answer is fifth. 97. With which Indian company did Allianz of Germany? First question, Allianz belong to which country? Allianz is very large group as far as the insurance sector is concern. Previously, they are the partner of Bajaj. So you have heard about Bajaj Allianz Insurance Company. Now they sold all their stake in Bajaj, and now they are doing the partnership with Geo Finance. So after announcing their partnership, they have announced a reinsurance business in India with Geo Finance, in which they must be holding 50% of stake, and 50% of stake is held by Geo Financial Services. So both are equal partner here. And remember this, Allianz previously had the joint venture with Bajaj. They sold all their stake just now recently, and now they are partnering with Geo Financial Services. 19. Whose tenure as MD and CEO of Indian Overseas Bank (IOB) was extended for about 21 months. So there is a extension of 21 months, approximately 2 years, of Indian Overseas Bank MD and CEO. The correct answer of is Ajay Kumar Srivastav. He is very famous personality. He has worked previously with Government of India. Okay, so that is the thing. 99. Which one partner will be ministry which one will partner with Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, MSME and SIDBI. Now SIDBI is the regulator of SIDBI is not a regulator. Actually, SIDBI is the organization who particularly work for MSME. That is the thing. To register more small merchant with Udyam facility and thereby open up more avenues for credit and availing government schemes. So both SIDBI and MSME, they partnered with PhonePe company. So due to the help of PhonePe company, they will be opening a lot of avenues for MSME. Now understand this, how this avenues must be, how these will open. See, PhonePe, they will do the transaction through PhonePe. So PhonePe have the transaction record. Once PhonePe has the transaction record, they can give this record to particular NBFC or a bank. Then after seeing the transaction, bank can decide whether to give a credit limit or a overdraft facility to particular MSME or not. So that is the good step taken for the benefit of small merchants. Okay, so the correct answer is PhonePe. Reserve Bank of India has approved the appointment of Pralay Mondal as the MD and CEO of. So Pralay Mondal is the very famous person, and he is the MD and CEO of CSB Bank. Okay, CSB Bank is a private sector bank, and this question may not be that much important. Okay, so remember this. 101. The Indian government has approved dash proposal to raise up 19,500 crore through zero coupon bond, deep discount bond maturing in roughly 11 years. See, I understand this. Generally, in a bonds, you will be getting interest. Okay, but in zero coupon bond, you will not be getting interest. Okay, instead of the face value, means the suppose the bond which is issued in the form of zero coupon bond and the face value is 100, you will be getting the bond at discount, that a discount will 90, so that the difference which you will get in the end of the tenure of the bond, which is here 11 years, so 10 rupee you will get extra at the end of the tenure. So in this way the zero coupon bonds work, and there is no coupon payment or interest payment during the tenure of the bond. That is the thing. So the Indian government has approved. Okay, so whose bond? NABARD bond. So remember one liner, you must remember this. 102. To which Indian state did Asian Development Bank ADB recently approve USD 109.97 million loan to support the state's skill development program? So ADB is financing them USD 109.97 million loan, and the correct answer is Gujarat. So Gujarat got 109.97 million from Asian Development Bank to support state skills development program, and the headquarter of ADB is in Manila. So remember this also, and Manila is in Philippines. Okay, 103. The Reserve Bank of India has decided to introduce STRIPS, STRIPS, in state government security, SGS. STRIPS stand for Synchronized Trading of Registered Interest and Principal of Security. That is wrong. Actually, the correct answer is separate trading for registered interest and principal of security. So it is like an acronym. You must remember this. Okay. No need to further dive in what is that, because these type of questions are very technical, and they rarely asked this type of question in IBPSPO means or SBIPO means. They will be asking this type of questions in RBI grade B, which is somewhat of higher level examination. If you are preparing for that, then you must find that. 104. Which bank launched India's first cyber security operation center named Sahakar Suraksha, costing 50 crore? Which bank launched India's first cyber security operation center? Achha, Sahakar Suraksha. So the correct answer is Maharashtra State Cooperative Bank, a very large bank. That's why they are able to finance this much cost. So if so, they have launched the Sahakar Suraksha. Important. Okay. 105. As part of green lending facility, again green lending facility, the lending which is done to carbon neutral and climate friendly projects. That is the thing. Which lending institution is planning to lend about 10,000 crore in 2025 and 26? So the correct answer is NABARD. Here also the NABARD is the correct answer. India's social security coverage jumped from 19% to 9 dash, benefiting over 94 crore. So the country population is 140 plus crore. Okay, the recently census has not been taken place. This is the number of 2011. Okay, so the social security coverage, there is a quite substantial jump, that is 94.64.3. The reason is that Atal Pension Yojana, it covers the pension for poor people. So from 1000 to 5000 range, depending upon their age and the premium they paid, they will be getting the pension. First thing. Second, for middle class, there is a NPS. Okay, and rich people do not need the pension because they have a lot of assets. Plus, Pradhan Mantri Jan Suraksha Yojana, Jan Aushadhi Suraksha Yojana. Okay, Ayushman Bharat scheme, you will be getting the health insurance. So the social security coverage in India has been increased drastically in last 10 years, and these are the schemes which I was telling you now, that that is the reason there is a jump. 107. India's external debt surged to USD 1667.5 billion in financial year 24-25. Humongous number, but do not worry about that, because understand this, taking debt is not a big problem until and unless you are utilizing it on the assets which will generate income in the future. So if you are taking the debt and constructing a bridge or constructing a roads, then it is a very good thing. Why? Because the return you will be getting is quite substantial in comparison to the interest rate which you have to pay on the debt taken externally. So what is the total debt? 736 billion. Do I need to remember the number? No, because it is by the end of March for 2025. So this number will be changing. Okay, so you can have the data, recent data also. Okay, now let's move forward. So now see, the forex reserve of India is also approximately near to this. So you can directly correlate that India manage the forex reserve depending upon the number actually. So the number is managed on the basis of external debt. So it must be near to external debt. So that is the thing. It will provide the stability during the bad times. In a bid to bolster the security framework of AEPS transaction, the RBI has issued fresh guidelines for onboarding and monitoring of AEPS. What is AEPS? Aadhaar enabled payment system. Touchpoint operation. So suppose I want to withdraw money from my account and I do not have the credit card and I am living in the rural areas. So bank will send some banking correspondent to my place, and I through the touch of my finger I can withdraw the money. That is the Aadhaar enabled payment system, because my fingerprint data will be matched from the data of Aadhaar. So that is the thing. So the full form of this is Aadhaar enabled payment system. There is one more ABPS, Aadhaar based payment system. So suppose government want to send me the money, they will send money to me through ABPS. Okay. 109. Which private sector lender share fell nearly 6% on June 30 after its MD and CEO Harihara Sharma resigned? So the correct answer is CSB. That's why, sorry, not CSB. That's the correct answer is Karnataka Bank. Just now we have learned that there is an interim CEO of for 3 months. Okay, so Harihara Sharma resigned suddenly. That's why the share fall 6%. He is performing very good in the Karnataka Bank. So that's why after his exit, there is a drastic fall in the share. This type of questions will not be asked in examination. GST, goods and service tax collection has doubled in 5 years to reach an all-time high of 22 lakh crore. That is the correct answer. Okay, so each year the GST number is increasing after COVID, and this is a very good thing as far as India is concerned. Okay, to 22 lakh crore, remember the number. Okay, 111. Name the chairperson of Financial Service Institution Bureau (FSIB), whose tenure has been extended by 1 year till June 30, 2026. See, in the yesterday class, we learned that FSIB is the institution which is responsible for the appointment of chiefs, particularly MD and CEO of public sector bank and the insurance company. That is the thing. So the chairperson of FSIB, whose tenure has been extended, is none other than Bhanu Pratap Sharma. Remember the name and remember what is the objective of creating FSIB. Name the fintech company that has launched India's first UPI powered physical bank branch and ATM. Okay, fintech company. The correct answer is Slice. So their ATM is known as white label ATM. Why? Because Slice is not a bank. Okay, that is the thing. 13. Which what was the gross NPA percentage for India's scheduled commercial bank as per the RBI latest financial stability report released on 2nd July 2025? So the correct number is 2.3, which is substantially low. If we will see the data 10 years back. So the condition of countries improving, the condition of economy is improving, the condition of borrower is improving, and the conditions of financial balance sheet of banks are improving. So due to all these things, you are able to see the you are able to see very low NPA number. So that is the thing. And remember 2.3. This can change in the further data. So remember this also. 14. In July 2025, which bank has recently classified Reliance Communication loan amount as the fraud and reported erstwhile director Anil Ambani to RBI? This type of question will not be asked in examination, but the correct answer is State Bank of India. Anil Ambani, the owner of Reliance Communication, so they are not able to return back their loans. So SBI has gone through the system. Which became the first UAE based bank to receive inter-principal operation (IPA) to open a new international financial center building (IBU) within the Gujarat International FinTech City, GIFT City in Gujarat. I have told you why they are investing there. You already know. So the correct answer is Mashreq Bank, very large bank of UAE and Dubai. So they are investing in the India by opening the unit. RBI floating rate saving bond offer an attractive -% interest rate for period of July and December. See, there are two type of bonds. What is generally the bonds are of fixed rate. So fixed rate means if it is decided that 9.5% interest you have to pay, they will pay you, the person who has taken loan from you. But understand, if the rate is not fixed rate, then it will be a floating rate and it will be depending upon certain benchmark. Sometimes the benchmark can be repo rate, sometimes there is an external benchmark. So that is the thing. So RBI floating rate saving bank bond, the interest for that is 8.5, which is humongous actually. Why? Because it is surpassing most bank FDs. But you know that the government is very risk averse. Means if you have taken the bond of government, then there is very low chance that your bond can be defaulted. So this much humongous interest rate. So that's why the question is covered here. Important. 117. According to RBI data, the remittance sent back home by Indians working abroad have registered 14% rise in financial year 24 and 25 to record. So the record is 135 billion. It is an approximate number. We have seen the exact number previously. Okay. See, this is the exact number. So there was a number see, this is the number 135.46, that is the actual number, and 129.4 is the number which has been taken place previously. Okay, now I think you got that. 118. Under which auction did RBI withdraw nearly 1 lakh crore from the banking system and amid surplus liquidity? So there is a surplus liquidity. So whenever there is a deficit of the liquidity, okay, RBI will do VRR, variable reverse repo operation. Whenever there is a surplus, RBI will do VRRR, variable reverse repo operations. Okay, that is the thing. So in which, under which auction? So the auction is this variable rate reverse repo, that is the option. So whenever RBI is doing a reverse repo transaction, they are withdrawing the liquidity. Whenever the RBI is doing the repo transaction, it is increasing the liquidity in the system. So liquidity here is increased, here the liquidity is decreased. That is the thing. Now, who has been appointed as CEO of Reserve Bank of India RBH Hub, a pivotal fintech industry under RBI? We know that lot of done work which is technical in nature is done by this subsidiary of RBI, and the correct answer is Sahil Khimi. Okay, one liner you must remember. The Green Climate Fund (GSF), the world's largest climate fund, has approved 200 million for a new dash lead program that aims to unlock large-scale public and private investment in the high-impact and emerging clean sector of the India. So, who will be funding this? Obviously, the Asian Development Bank. Headquarter is in Manila, because the thing is happening in India. So there are bright chance that anyone from in Asian continent will be doing this. So this too is obviously wrong. New Development Bank and AIB, we generally they have not done this. It is done by AIB, ADB, sorry, Asian Development Bank. So thank you. We have concluded the session. Although the session is very big, but I think that we have to cover very important 120 questions. I hope that a lot of questions from these 120 questions will appear in your examination. Kindly make the note, and please understand this. This 120 questions are not alone sufficient. You have to go through the monthly current affairs also. Okay, monthly current affairs which will be issued by us in our Telegram channel, and we are also giving the daily current affairs. And if you want to take our courses which will be related to banking, which will be related to banking awareness and the economic basis, which are very much required to understand the current affairs, so you can visit our website. Thank you very much.